everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the new episode of the Brian Gould Show. I want to talk about this little juice stand in Lima, Peru. This lady has these frogs in an aquarium in front of her store, and she makes frog juice out of them. Now, she claims that frog juice is good for anemia, bronchitis, your bones, the brain, fatigue, stress, and that most of her customers that come in have asthma, anemia, and even tuberculosis, and that this frog juice apparently helps with all of this. Now, the process to make this frog juice is not hard at all. She has all these frogs in an aquarium, and you can pick one out, or she picks one out. Red Lobster style here, you know, when you walk in there, you pick out a lobster. Anyways, she takes the frog, she smashes its head against the counter until it's either knocked out or killed. She skins it, drops it in a blender along with carrots, Peruvian maca root, and honey. Gives it a quick blend, and boom, you've got the greenish colored frog juice. Now, she's got this sign hanging up and in front of her store, and it says that that this is believed to have the powers to cure asthma, bronchitis, sluggishness, and even low sex drive. Now, listen, pun intended here, I'm not going to take a leap of faith and try this stuff. I mean, down south, they believe in this stuff. Good for them. But there's no medical evidence to prove that any of this stuff is cured by this frog juice. As a matter of fact, I mean, drinking a water frog by itself with all this other stuff is just totally against FDA regulations here. And obviously, they don't care down there. But hey, if you ever want to try out frog juice, go to Lima, Peru. Try to look this place up and tell me how it is. All right. So, show of hands. How many of us know who Elaine Burton is? All right. So, we don't know. Well, let me play this audio for you and give you a better understanding of about this woman and how important she may or may not be very soon.
You love him, I suppose, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what marriage is about.
Yes. He did not plan the murders. He did not do the murders. Therefore, he should not be in prison for them. There's a lot to his case that never came out in court. There's a lot of witnesses that have retracted their court testimony. There are, people that never got to testify.
Now, that voice that you just heard is the voice of a 26-year-old that plans on marrying Charles Manson. Yes, Charles Manson did get approved for a marriage license, and this young lady, Miss Burton, plans on marrying Charles. A date hasn't been set yet, but they have to be married between now and February of next year, or they have to reapply. According to Burton, she hopes to marry him as early as next month. They do weddings at the prison on the first Sunday of each month, so as of the first Sunday in December, they could be married, as well as the first Sunday in January. A date still hasn't been confirmed yet. Now, a little over a year ago, Manson did give an interview to a news team that he had no intentions on getting married, actually. This interview, he said that it's a bunch of garbage, that's trash, we're playing this all for public consumption. Now, on Monday, Burton said none of that was true, adding that they're waiting for the prison to complete the paperwork. I'm starting to think that Charlie might be the sane one here in this relationship. It's a little crazy to think that anybody would be interested in marrying a guy of this stature. I mean, all those murders back in the late 60s, I mean, him and his family, if I recall, they were convicted for the murder of, I believe it was 7 people, including one of them was a pregnant actress named Sharon Tate. The family of those victims probably are hearing this now and scratching their heads and saying, this is crazy, which I don't blame them. Anybody interested in marrying the most notorious serial killer in the United States has to be crazier than Charlie himself. The prison did say that they would allow up to 10 guests who are not inmates to attend the wedding. This lady's actually hired a coordinator to take care of all this that was approved by the prison. She's really got her mindset that she's marrying Charles Manson. Now, an angle for her to take part in all this is by law, there's certain evidence that cannot be opened up to people that are not family members of the person that's in prison. So with this, under these conditions, she can work on the case and get more information than non-relatives can, and she plans on getting him free. So there you have it. Charles Manson getting married. Who would have thunk it? Not me. He was destined to be slaughtered because of his performance or lack thereof, but Benji the Gay Bull of Ireland has been saved. The co-creator of The Simpsons, Sam Simon, heard that this bull was going to be slaughtered because the bull was gay and could not perform properly. Simon has been battling colon cancer for a while now, and he's been donating all of his money that he's made from The Simpsons to different animal shelters and welfares throughout the world. He decided to strike the check for $7,800 to send this bull to the Hillside Animal Sanctuary in England. Another 300 people donated approximately $6,200 to help with the cause. Simon was helping out PETA, and he was quoted to say, all animals have a dire destiny in the meat trade, but to kill a bull because he's gay would have been a double negative. He also said that it thrills him to help PETA and make Benji's fate a sanctuary rather than a sandwich. Now, come on, guys. Seriously here. This bull is not gay. This is the smartest bull on the whole planet. This bull knows that if he was set up with 20 females, mated with them, his head was going on the chopping block right after that 20th one. He was getting butchered. So what does he do? Comes up with this plot. Hey, I'm not going to perform. I'm going to be gay. Get PETA involved. And guess what? He's going to a sanctuary. And I bet you once he gets there, he most definitely knocks up about 40 other cows. With New Year's just around the corner, it's never too early to take a stab at doing your New Year's resolution, or at least planning for it. Second chances. That's going to be my theme for 2015. Definitely, I'm going to take a second chance at a lot of things that I might have messed up or didn't take a chance at throughout the year for 2014. Who in their lives wish that they didn't have a second chance to find an intern that wouldn't ruin your cigars? To lie better about drugs? To write that book sooner on how I would have done it, even though I didn't? To wax on, wax off, or simply duck? To learn how to silence and lock your phone? To strangle the competition on the gridiron and not in your backyard? To go back in time and give your parents condoms? To drink less and look more Hoff? To choose your words wisely? To worry more about job security and less about masculinity? To just say no to drugs? To learn how to be a comedian? To unscrew America? 2015's coming up soon, and it's never too early to prepare for that New Year's resolution. Thank you, Ray Ayala, for your viewer interaction last week. I love viewer interaction. Please post, please comment, please talk about something. It helps keep my day very interesting. I appreciate it. Also, don't forget it is November still, so No Shave November. You better be growing that beard out. And if you're not, fine, do it next year. Like me on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, then you can find me on Twitter. Twitter's pretty cool. Tweet. Instagram, I put up picture of the day, funny pictures that I get sent to me all the time. So, if you have something funny for the rest of the world to see, please send it to me, and I'll make sure it gets posted. Subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. I put a lot of work into these shows week in and week out. If you have something great to talk about, please send it to me. I'll make sure that we get it up and get discussing about it in some way or form or fashion. And when you can, go to thebrianggouldshow.com. Always cool stuff being posted up there. A little bit of everything from all the social media worlds. Until next time, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.